The trailer tongue is flared to guide the hitch spindle into the bored receiver. A U-shaped safety pin. These are the spring-loaded locking lugs. They fit in the slots cut into the receiver. When this lever is down, the springs push the locking lugs into the receiver bore. Here, the safety pin is removed and the lever is up. The locking lugs are removed from the receiver bore. This allows the hitch locking spindle to be removed from the trailer tongue. Here, the safety pin is in, the lever is down, and the locking lugs have moved into the receiver bore. When the trailer isn't being used, there is a dust cover that fits behind the safety pin. The receiver is greased, and the cover keeps out dirt. When the dust cover is in place, the safety pin can be padlocked to prevent theft of the trailer. This is the air supply line to the trailer. More on this later. This is the locking spindle that is inserted into the receiver on the trailer. This is the load leveling cylinder that is powered by an air-over hydraulic system. This is a detent that holds the hitch straight until the hitch is attached to the trailer. The hitch tongue that goes into the receiver on the truck. Air comes from the truck into the spindle. The spindle is center bored and the air is supplied to the trailer. More on this later. Hitch position in a left turn. Hitch position in a right turn. Hitch position when the load leveler is activated. More on this later. In this position, you can see the rounded nose and beveled edges of the locking grooves. These kick the locking lugs up as the spindle is inserted into the trailer tongue. The spindle can go in but can't be removed until the locking lugs are raised. The spindle bottoms out in the receiver on this shoulder. This groove is where the U-shaped safety pin is located. The safety pin does not carry any load in normal use, but it does prevent the truck from separating from the trailer, even if the locking lugs were completely removed. This is a plastic cover that snaps onto the locking spindle. Since the spindle is covered with grease, the cover protects the spindle from dirt when not in use. On some installations, the hitch may stick out from under the truck. In this case, the hitch can be stored sideways and locked in place with the detent pin. Now that the hitch is in place, we are ready to back into the trailer tongue. Here again is the groove for the safety pin. Here the spindle has bottomed out. The locking lugs have locked the spindle in place. This is a piece of air hose that is compressed between the receiver and spindle. This hose allows air to be passed from the truck through the spindle and back to the trailer. The truck is an integral part of the OKUS Hitch system. The truck part of the hitch is a bolt-on assembly consisting of a rotating 3-receiver hitch and 2 spring steel weight transfer bars. The complete assembly bolts to the truck frame with 2 brackets. The brackets carry the rotating hitch. This is a view of the complete hitch assembly. The tires and materials shown in blue are the load assist axle assembly. This will be explained later. Here is a side view of the rotating hitch assembly without the truck to show the hitch assembly motion. This represents the rear axle housing. Normally the weight transfer bars would be attached to the axle housing, but here they are not attached to better show the motion. Now the trailer is hooked up and the weight transfer bars are connected underneath the axle. As the trailer tongue load is applied to the hitch, it loads the truck behind the axle. The truck springs are now carrying this weight. Because of the cantilevered loading, weight is also taken off of the steering axle. This can cause some bad handling problems. As pressure is added to the hydraulic cylinder, the hitch will knuckle, and this rotates the hitch assembly on the truck. As the hitch knuckles and the hitch assembly rotates, watch the weight transfer bars flex as the load is transferred directly to the drive axle. Now that the load has been transferred, the effect is that the trailer tongue has now been lengthened and attached to the drive axle. The weight is now removed from the truck frame and springs. Now that the majority of the trailer tongue weight has been removed from the truck springs and applied directly to the drive axle, the result is a much more stable towing package. There is also another stability feature of this weight transfer system. Because of the design of the hitch and weight transfer bars, they also act as a sway bar system. This sway bar action is in effect at all times, and it greatly improves the stability of the truck when it is carrying a load, even if there is no trailer being towed. Now let's look at the load assist axle. In this presentation, the load assist axle is shown as an integral part of the OKUS Hitch system. However, it is not a part of the system itself. The load assist axle can be installed as a standalone option that greatly increases the load capacity and handling characteristics of the truck. The hitch system and load assist axle, whether used together or separately, greatly increase the stability and safety of towing a trailer or hauling a heavy load. The load assist axle assembly consists of a frame, a dual wheel stub axle, the load carrying linkage, 2 air diaphragms, the linkage that raises and lowers the axle, and an air ride airbag. In this view, you can see the assist axle in the up position. The near side tire has been removed to better see the working of the linkage. As the air pressure is released from the air diaphragms, the axle assembly lowers by gravity until it locks into position. Because of the over-center design of the linkage, once the axle locks into position, it can't collapse and will only unlock when air is reapplied to the air diaphragms. As the rear linkage is raised, the arm moves back over center, unlocks, and raises the axle back to the up position. Between the axle assembly frame and the truck frame is the air ride airbag that can be adjusted for load and ride control. The OKUS Hitch system is a unique blend of bolt-on safety, ease of hookup and release, load leveling, and superior ride control and stability. The load assist axle, also a bolt-on option, doubles the load capacity on 1/2 and 3/4 ton trucks and provides the perfect solution for load leveling, air ride suspension, ease of operation, and greatly increased lateral stability. OKUS, the hitch of tomorrow. Here today.